So, today I will make a Haunebu. If you didn't know, here are some history facts about the Haunebu. The Haunebu was a secret German flying saucer that probably never existed. It shouldn't belong to the Wunderwaffe in short miracle weapons. I chose Haunebu because of the votes. If you didn't know, from now on you will decide which model will be in the next video. You can vote for the model in the next video in the channel community. This model is so far the king of all the models I have built. It took me an awful lot of time to build it, and I hope it shows. So let's get into the video. If you're wondering why it took me so long to make this video, I could say I didn't know how to do it, I wanted to be perfect, I didn't like it and other excuses. But the main reason I was inactive for a long time is school. I had to go through high school, but I didn't have time, so I had to put YouTube on a halt for a while. Fortunately, everything went as it should. They took me in and I finally have time to make videos. Okay, so back to the video. I looked for an inspiration for this model on the internet, but I didn't like almost all the models I found. So I took some photos I found and put them together. So it's actually my original model, I guess. I want this model to fly like my V2, but not like a rocket. I want this to fly like this firecracker. Well, not exactly like this, but you understand the principle. Let's start with the plate. I will be building this model entirely out of the styrofoam because my previous V2 model was made out of the paper and was very fragile and could not withstand the high temperature. Due to the temperatures, cracks started to appear on the rocket. Now we grind the plate into the plate shape. Of course, a UFO must have a head or deck or I don't know what it's called, you know that. You attach this thing to the primary hull using wooden sticks and styrofoam glue. When I tried to glue the top of the UFO to the hull, I realized that it was too small, so I glued a piece of polystyrene to the top. I need a space for the rocket motor, so I will cut out the bottom of the UFO. Well, I was very unlucky here. Unfortunately, I have lost some videos such as the first test flights, mounting the engines on the UFO and making the surface of the UFO smooth. Fortunately, I didn't lose everything and managed to save a few videos. In short, I made the surface of the UFO smooth using glue and dust. The first flying tests of the UFO were unsuccessful, of course, and the mounting of the motors into the UFO was only 2 paper tubes, where the motors were then inserted. So I didn't lose that much. So now I'm going to make lines on the surface of the UFO to get welding effect. For a better effect, I use nails on the UFO surface to make it look like the rivets. Of course, the UFO needs some windows, so I'm going to put them there. For this model, I decided to paint it according to this model that I found on the internet. I forgot to tell you that I also lost the video of how I painted the UFO, but at least I have a video of how I sprayed with varnish. Now I will stick the symbols on the UFO. If you are wondering why I didn't do this before I varnish it, well, I thought I had already overdone it with the German crosses, but then I decided to stick them there anyway. In this video I will not show you how I made the fuel for the engine, because it is the same fuel that I had in the V2. If you want to see how the fuel is made, watch the video about the V2. The only thing I changed was that I drilled the motors on the drill stand to make it straight. I have everything ready, it's time for the final flight. And yes, I detonated the engines electrically, but I lost the video of how I made the detonators. But I'm actually glad, because I don't know if I can show something like that on YouTube. I messed something up and still don't know what, but I didn't let another flight take place because I was afraid that the UFO wouldn't survive. I decided that I will make a video where I will correct all the unsuccessful flights, including those from the V2 video. This UFO will never fly again, so I cut the tubes for the engines so I could glue the UFO landing gear. Similar to how I made the primary fuselage, I will now make the dome for the landing gear. I will stick landing wheels on these 4 platforms over time. What would a UFO be without the weapons? I decided to stick 4 machine gun turrets on the bottom. Now the fun part begins. I will use these metal rods to make the chassis mount. The wheel holders will look something like this. I really like them, they are not that hard to make and they honestly look very cool. I will make the wheels from a water seal. There will be 3 wheels on each wheel rack, or 12 wheels in total. Of course, the UFO has to have some kind of entrance, so I decided on sliding door that can be opened, but looks good. I will paint the machine guns, wheels and everything else in grey, because it would look stupid with camouflage. As I looked at the picture of aircraft such as the B-17, Junkers and B-27 Marauder, almost all of them had a light blue undercarriage, like the sky, so I decided to do the same. I also add the symbol, the black sun, on the door of the UFO, because it is the symbol of the Thule organization that is said to have invented Hauneburg. Finally, the last thing to do is to glue the machine guns and the wheels on the UFO. And with all this, UFO is finally finished.
Auf der Heide blüht ein kleines Blümelein und das heißt Erika.
Despite losing all of my test flight footage, I still think this is my best video yet. Although it's a bit asymmetrical, I hope no one will notice it. In the next video I will make test rockets and fix all the mistakes I made in the V2 video and this video. If you want to see my models in nature, check out my Instagram, and if you want to choose which model I will make next, check out my community. So I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.
Ein kleines Blümelein.